A movie addict. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Metropolis, there lived a man named Henry who was known far and wide as a movie addict. Henry's love for movies began in his childhood when his father, a projectionist at the local theater, would sneak him into the projection room. There, among the whirring reels and flickering lights, Henry fell in love with the magic of cinema. As he grew older, his fascination with movies only deepened. He spent every free moment at the theater, watching every genre imaginable, from romantic comedies to epic sagas, from silent films to the latest blockbusters. His room was a shrine to cinema, filled with posters, memorabilia, and stacks of DVDs. His friends often teased him, saying that he lived more in the world of movies than in reality. Henry's addiction to movies, however, came at a cost. While his peers were building careers and starting families, Henry's life was defined by the silver screen. He worked a menial job at a video rental store, earning just enough to sustain his habit. His social life suffered. He missed birthdays, weddings, and gatherings, choosing instead to immerse himself in the latest release or to revisit his favorite classics. His obsession strained his relationships with his family and friends, who grew increasingly frustrated with his absence and lack of engagement in real-life responsibilities. Yet, Henry remained oblivious, his mind constantly drifting to the next movie he wanted to see or the plot twist he hoped to unravel. One day, a new employee named Sarah started working at the video rental store. Sarah was an aspiring filmmaker with dreams of making it big in Hollywood. Unlike Henry, she saw movies not just as an escape but as a powerful medium to tell stories and inspire change. Intrigued by Henry's encyclopedic knowledge of films, Sarah struck up a conversation with him, and they quickly bonded over their shared love of cinema. Sarah's passion and enthusiasm were contagious, and for the first time in years, Henry felt a spark of something beyond mere consumption of movies. Sarah encouraged Henry to channel his vast knowledge and love for films into something creative. She suggested they collaborate on a screenplay, a project that could combine Henry's deep understanding of cinematic history with her fresh, innovative ideas. Reluctantly at first, Henry agreed. As they worked together, Henry began to see movies in a new light. He realized that while watching films had given him joy, creating something new brought an even greater sense of fulfillment. Their screenplay started taking shape, and Henry found himself investing time and energy into crafting characters, dialogues, and scenes. The process was challenging, pushing Henry out of his comfort zone, but it was also exhilarating. He started to balance his time better, cutting down on his movie-watching hours to make room for their project and rekindle his relationships with friends and family. Slowly, Henry's life began to change. He was no longer just a passive observer of other people's stories, he was now an active creator of his own.